Who's ready to dance? I'm ready to dance. 안녕하세요, I'm Stephanie, fellow dancer, here to teach you Go Big or Go Home by ENHYPEN. So, let's get started. So, to start off, we're going to be starting down, kneeling on our left knee here. You can place your left hand down, and you're just going to basically drape your right arm over your right leg here, and look down. So from there, you'll kind of wait here for a few counts, and then you're going to stand for maybe like 1 or 2 quick counts. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. So basically, it's going to be a circling of the wrist inwards twice, starting with the left until your palm is facing to the front, and then same thing with the right hand, again, palm facing front as well. With that, you can kind of add a little, you can kind of start to lean slightly onto that left foot, or you can kind of do like a little front if you want to. So then from here, you're going to close your fist, then you're going to cross and open. So from here, it's going to be close and then quick in and out. From there then, you're then going to kind of shift your weight onto your right foot here. And you're going to bring your right finger to your mouth here. And then from there, we're going to basically slowly bring that finger out while opening your hand like this. So it's going to be like 1, 2. And with that, you can do a little lean back for a little bit of style. Once you're kind of about maybe like fully or a little bit more, you can then close. So with that, you can add a little kind of jolt, bringing that chest in a little bit. So it's like 1, 2, 1, and jolt. So with the jolt, you're then going to close your fist like this. So with that also, palm should be facing out, and then close that fist. From there then, you're then going to hop to this position. So basically, I'm on my left toe here and my right heel. With that, I want to be kind of towards that front left corner with my feet, and my upper body, you want it to be facing front. With that, the arms are going to be just bent with your fists at your chest, elbows facing out. And you want it kind of high. So with this, you really want to bend those knees. So it's going to be 1, 2. So basically to the corner and then front. And then from there, hop. Again, now we're going to do the opposite way, so now to the right, and then front. So you're going to do that 3 times, so it's 1, 2, 3. And also with those arms, again, your arms are going to stay front, or you can think of it as bringing it to the right side of your body, and then bringing it to center. Now switching to the left side of the body, and then bringing it to center. So again, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. From there then, you're then going to hop your feet hip distance, still keeping those knees bent. You're going to punch, or you're going to extend your arms out. So fists are going to be out to the side. And then from there, you're going to bring your hands up above your head into a prayer position, feet together. And then from there, you're going to go 1, 2. So it's going to be 2 kind of slight bows forward, bringing those arms to your face. So you want them to the right side of your face here. From there, then I'm going to step out to the left. Again, with my left foot, really just bend those knees slightly. With the arms, I'm going to bring my arms like this. So left arm is going to be kind of vertical here. Right arm is going to be kind of out to the side. Then you're going to kind of switch sides, so going from the left, turning right, now switching the arms, and also turning that left knee in. And then from there, 1 more, turning back to the left, again switching the arms as well, like this. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. From here, you're going to pause for like a count, or half a count, whichever one. And now we're going to do basically the same thing to the right side. So we're going to go right, left, right. And once we get to the right side again, I'm going to bring my hands to like an OK. I'm going to keep my left hand kind of in front of myself, and I'm going to then push my right hand out and up kind of towards the ceiling. So altogether it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From there then, I'm then going to hop 1 and 2. So with this, it's going to be a hop, kicking that left foot, hop onto that left foot, place that right foot down behind yourself. So it's 1 and 2, like that, and 1 and 2. So first going to the left, and then going to the right. With the arms, you're just going to keep them to your side. You can either have them straight or slightly bent, doesn't really matter. But if you want to add a little style, add those shoulders 2, and 1 and 2. So with the right, with going to the left, we're going to go 1 and 2. Bring that right shoulder forward when we end. And 1 and 2 with the left shoulder forward when we bring it in. From there, then I'm then going to hop left, right. With my left foot in front, I'm going to bring my hands down and behind myself, lower my head. And then from there, you're going to lift your head and then slowly kind of bring it back to neutral in front. So with this, you can either bring it straight front, or you can do a little head circle kind of to front here. You can also add a little hand, so once you're going to go like here, then you can bring it up, like you're throwing your hand or your head up with your hand, and then from there you can bring it forward. So that's just a little stylistic thing. So now let's review that part before we go on. So from our knee down here, you're going to wait a few counts, and you're going to stand for a few, and we're going to go 1, 2 with our left hand, 1, 2 with our right hand, close the hands into a fist, cross, open, bring it to the mouth, and slowly bring it front, and close into a fist. From there, left center, left center, open up, bring it together, and 1, 2 bows. From there, left to the right, left, pause, right, left, right, and push that OK hand up to the ceiling. From there, 1, 2 to the left, 3, 4 to the right, hop left, right, bringing those hands behind, head up, and then come to look forward. So then from that, you can actually do a little hop so you become neutral, but you don't have to if you don't want to. From there, you're then going to go 1 and 2. So we're going to do, so it's basically placing my right foot in front, making sure both my heels are pushed forward. And with that, the arms are going to be 1. So kind of like running arms, but kind of more geometric in this case. So left arm's going to be front, right arm's going to be back. So it's going to be 1, 2, like that. So 1 with the right foot in front, and 2 with the left foot in front. From there then, you're then going to go 1, 2. So you can do this either to the left or to the right. I'm going to show you to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2. So it's just a hop, right, left, and you want to make sure your knees are slightly bent and your toes are kind of a little bit out, kind of into a first position. With the hands, again, just bent to the chest, and you're just going to circle your right hand outwards. So you're going to go 1, 2, like that. From here then, I'm then going to pick up my left foot, making sure that my right hand is on my left thigh. Left hand can just be kind of to the side here. You're going to slightly bend that right knee. Then you're going to place your left foot down, straightening that right knee. So you can go like this, or you can keep it, kind of bent still. But with that, as you place it down, you're going to bring your right hand to like chest level here. Make sure it's horizontal, palms facing down. And then with that, you're then going to turn that left heel out to the left and then back to center. So this is like pretty quick. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. And then from there, you're going to turn to face that front left corner here. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So with that, knees bent at this point, about second position here. Circle that arm right, left, right, come up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, standing up. From there, this is kind of like a slow bringing up. And then from there, you can go 1, 2. And so in 2 motions, you're going to come back down. And with that, you can push your hips forward and lean slightly back. So 1, 2, like that. With that, you're just also bringing your arms down in front of yourself. Palms are facing me at this point. From there then, you're then going to go 1, 2. So with this, you can actually open your left arm, but the right arm is going to be doing everything, or left hand here. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2 to the chest. So again, it's right to the shoulder, to the chest, bring it out to the left hand, and then bring it to your chest. So again, it's 1, or from here, 1 and 2, and like that. And then from there, we're going to do 2 more hops. So 1, 2, right, left, circling those arms out. And then with that, I'm going to transition kind of to the next solo part just by hopping and turning in a circle to the left here until I'm on the left side. So at this point, you want to be facing front. From here then, you're then going to do another kind of kick, hop, 1, 2. So again, it's kick that right foot, hop onto the right foot, place that left foot out to the left. So as we do that, I'm going to point to the right here with my right finger. Left hand can just be to the hip, like that. So 1, 2, and then from there you're going to like step and slide, or you can hop and slide, whichever one. And with that, you can just drag that left hand from the right to the left. So you can go like that here. And with this, you want to be kind of low and then come up. So once we're here, I'm going to bring my arms out to the side. As I do that, I'm going to first hop onto my right foot, bringing my left foot out. Then I'm going to hop, switching my feet. Then I'm going to bring and bend my right leg in and crossed over my left leg. And then from there, I'm going to hop and do a body wave. So altogether, it's like 1, 2, 3, and hop. So 1, 2, 3, and hop. So then after the body wave, you're actually going to kind of cross your arms like this and throw them up in front of yourself and bring it down. So it's like 1, 2, all simultaneously. From there, we're going to step left, right, kind of like give the person to your side a little pound here. And from there, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and slide. So again, that's kind of solo specific, but you're going to take 1 step front with your right foot. Kind of, you can brush your finger, hand, whichever one, to your lip. Then from there, you're going to kind of pause a little bit onto that right foot. As you place your left foot down, you're going to punch left, right, hook, punch that left arm around, and then from there, you're going to circle your left arm around like that. As we do that, we're actually going to turn to the right to face back. So altogether, it's 1, 2, 3, and slide back. With that slide back, you're then going to step 1, 2, 3. So then, after the slide back, you're going to take 1, 2 steps until you're facing that front right corner. From here, we'll start with the pre-chorus. But to explain that, it's going to be But to explain that a little bit, so from the slide, you're going to go left and then right, just like that. So again, turning in a circle to the right, giving yourself a little bit of room in the back. So now let's review that part before we go on. So after our throw up and circle our head to come front, we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. Bring that left foot up, place it down, heel out, in, turn to face that front right corner. 1, 2, 3, bring the arms up. And then 1, 2, come down. From there, shoulder, chest, hand to chest. 1, 2, hops again, and walk to your next spot. From there, 1 and 2, point, slide to the right, bring it together, hop right, left, bring that right leg in, and body wave, throw the arms, 1, 2, pound, little step forward, pause, 1, 2, 3, and slide to here. So then, after the turn, once we come to like this part, you're actually going to kind of bring your left arm up, and you're going to kind of like flick your hand towards yourself. So it's going to be quick flick, and then bring it down slowly in front of you. Same thing, but now with the right hand. So we're going to go first to the right, and then first to the left. And then from there, we're going to hop our feet together, facing that front right corner. Again, another flick, and bringing that left arm up and down like that. From there, you're going to go 1, 2. So it's 1, 2. So you can look to the hand as you're moving in, and you can also pick up that heel each time. With that, you're going to first always go to the left here. Palm should be facing away from you. And then from there to the right, palm should be facing towards you. So it's like 1, 2 here. And then from there you can slide to your spot, whichever one. Just you want to make sure that you're facing to the front left corner. From there then, I'm then going to place my right foot in front. So I should be kind of in this position. So left knee should be bent, right leg should be straight towards the corner. With that, I'm going to bring my hands kind of to my ears, but you also want to make sure your palms are facing up, because we're going to be slowly pushing our hands up towards the ceiling. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, like that. So it's going to be right foot, right foot. And then with that last right foot, we're going to rond de jambe it back and bring our hands to the side. So with the hands, as we rond de jambe, I'm going to bring it out so my palms are facing out. And I'm going to circle them back and in until my palms are facing up. So at this point, you should be here. Again, also with that little step part, you want to go quick and then slowly in, quick, slowly in, quick, slowly around. Also, you can add a little body wave if you can manage. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and here. So then from here, I'm going to step back with my left foot. I'm going to bring both my hands in front. Again, palms should be facing up still. And then from here, I'm going to place my right foot behind myself, and I'm going to bring my arms up to the ceiling. So at this point, my palm should be facing towards the back. From there, then, you can take one step forward with your left foot, and then you're going to do 2 movements down. So actually 3 movements down. So once you step, you're going to start to kind of like come down, 2, 3, until you're really leaning forward and those knees are really bent and those arms are in. With that, you can close your hands into a fist as well. So it's like 1, 2, 3 to here. And then from there, you're going to slide front with your left foot. And with that, you're just going to slide your hands from your chest to your stomach. You can add a little chest wave if you want to, like that. And then from there, you're going to take 1, 2, maybe 3 steps. But in the end, you want to hop so your feet are hip distance, and you want to throw your arms and bring them out to the side. So then from here, I'm going to bend my knees while also turning my left knee or my right knee in. I'm going to bring my right hand out to the right. I'm going to bring my left hand out. I'm going to pull it back to my shoulder as I kind of bring my knee either to neutral or out, like that. So it's 1, 2, And then from there, kind of the same thing. Again, just the opposite. So that left knee in, right hand to the left side. And then from there, I'm going to pull my left foot next to my right. I'm going to bring my arms like this. So left arm is going to be straight. Right arm is going to pull back to the right again. Then I'm going to hop again to my second position. I'm going to throw my arms up and then throw them down towards my left side of my body. So towards the left leg. Really bend those knees and lean forward. So all together, if I'm here, we're going to go 1 and 2 and hop down. And then from there, you're going to just kind of walk or slide or whichever one to your next position. But you want to really whip that left arm around. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Steps in a circle wherever to your position, and then from there you can do the go big or go home. So either you can be down or you can be up. You can go 1 and then 2, go big or go home. So that part's kind of just whatever you feel like doing, a little freedom part there. So now let's review that part before we go on. So from our last punch, hook, and then circle, 1, 2. We're going to step right, left, hop, left arm, here, hand to the left, hand to the right. From there, slide to your spot, and 1, 2, 3, rond de jambe to here. From there, step back onto left, and back onto the right. From there, 1, 2, 3, coming down, and then slide. From there, 1, 2, hop to your position, to the right, to the left together, hop down, and then turn circle to your spot, go big or go home. So then from our go big or go home part, I'm going to actually hop. So it doesn't matter where you are, but you're going to hop so that your right foot is crossed over your left. So you can go like that, or you can just kind of keep it in front, whichever one. But with that, you're just going to circle your arms up. Palms should be always facing out towards the front, like that. So it's going to be 1, like that. And then once you're here, you're actually going to hop. So your feet are hip distance, knees are going to be really bent here. You're going to pull your elbows towards the back and then bring it front. So altogether it's like 1, 2. So think of it as circle and then punch forward. From here then, I'm going to bring my left arm horizontal and my right arm kind of towards my hips. With that, you're going to go 1, 2. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So the feet are pretty easy. It's just basically turn that right knee in and out. And then the left knee in and then out. With the arms, again, left arm, it's going to be horizontal. Right hand's going to do all the work here. So we're going to circle that right fist out and then punch forward at our hip level. Same thing, so now we're going to switch 1, 2. So together it's like 1 and then 2. From there then, you're then going to hop. So you're kind of facing that front right corner, feet together. You're going to point your right finger towards the ceiling here, to the right. And you want to make sure that your palm's kind of facing down. Left hand can either be on the hip or in front, doesn't really matter. From here then, you're then going to go 1. So you're going to kind of hop onto that right foot. You're going to stick out your left foot to the left here. And with that, you're going to basically shift your head to the left. So it is a little weird. So if I'm here, it's going to be like 1 and then 2. So 1, come up onto that left foot, and then 2, come down, back down. But now instead of the left foot here, it's going to be in towards the right leg, and you're going to shift your head to the right here. Hands are not going to do anything. So from here again, from the circles to here, we're gonna go and 1, 2 to here. And then from there, we're gonna do 2 up downs in this same position. With that, you're just going to rub your lips with your left thumb twice. So it's gonna be like 1, 2. So again, 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. From there, you're gonna very quickly place your left foot down. You're gonna hop. So place that left foot, pick up that right foot, hop, and turn to face that front left corner. With that, you're just going to circle your arms. Palms should be facing down right in front of yourself. Then you're going to push them down to your side and lean back. So together it's like 1, 2 to here. From here then, you're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, from here, it's going to be left, back, right front, left front until you're like in a lunge, and then bring it to the right foot here. And with that, you kind of want to make sure that your heel is slightly up on that last one. So again, if I'm here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you don't need your heel up. That was a lie. So then with the arms, it's going to be same. Then here, you're going to pound your chest just a little bit with your left fist, and then pound one more time as you bring it in. So altogether, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. From there then, you're then going to pick up your heel and you go 1, 2, 3 taps. So 3 heel taps with that left foot. And then from there, you're just going to push your palms down to about your hips here. So make sure your palms are facing down at this point. And with that, you can add a little lean back too. And also you can add a little head nod if you want to. That again, that's just a little stylistic thing. From there then, you're then going to step back, kind of with your left foot here. You're going to put, if I'm here, I'm just going to bring my hands out to the side, just like this. Then from there, we're going to do a big hop, turning to face that front right corner. So again, from the front left corner to the front right. With the hands, you can bring it to your chest and then push it out. So it's going to be like that. But you want to make sure your right hand's to your chest and you're pushing that left palm to the ceiling, to the left. And then from there, you're going to do another big hop, but now you're going to kind of face towards the left here. Twist that upper body to face front. Kick that right foot kind of off the ground here. You're going to place your left hand on your hip and you're going to bring your right finger to the right here. Make sure your wrist is flexed so that your palm's facing out. So it's going to look like that. From there then, you're then going to hop. You're going to hop. So your feet are kind of together and you're on your toes. So heels off the ground. Hands are going to be up high and to your right side or to the front. And then you're going to go 1, 2. So 1, 2, like that. So going towards the left hip here. With that, with the heels, we're going to go back, front, back, like that. So 1, 2. With the hands, it's back, front, back, front. Again, 1, 2 to here. Ultimately, you don't really need them towards your hip. You want to end kind of towards your chest. So 1, 2 to here. And then from there, again, you're going to step back with that left foot. You're going to push your hands out to the side. And then from there, you're going to kind of do a little, you're going to bring your right toe in like this, basically. So think about sliding on the outside of your toes here. So 1, 2, turning to face that front right corner. So if I'm here, it's going to be like 1, 2. And with that, I can slide my left hand from my chest to my stomach. And with that, you can add a little head swivel too, like that. So 1, 2, step back onto that right foot, step front onto that left foot, and then go 1, 2. So altogether, it's like 1, right, 1, 2. So with that step, with the 1, 2, you want to make sure that you're bringing your left shoulder front every time you step left And with the hands, it's just going to be kind of like you're holding a tie. You want to make sure that your right hand's on top of your left, of course, and then go 1, 2. So again, 1, 2, like that. And with that, you can add a little head. From there, I'm going to place my right foot out to the right. I'm going to bring my left arm out to the left. Palm should be kind of facing front. Then I'm going to slide my right foot in. So it's going to be like 1, 2 to here. So turning from that right to the front left corner with your right foot up. So you want to make sure, you can bring it up high if you want to, but you can just keep it low. But you want to make sure that it's off the ground. With the left hand, you're going to bring it in, circling it, and then to your ear. So circling that hand in, and then out, till your palm is facing out, and it's kind of to your left ear here. So again, 1, 2, and then from there you're going to go 1, 2. So 2 kind of head nods to the right here, while also bringing your right hand in twice. So 1, 2, like that. From there, then you're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 4 here. So it's going to be kind of like 3-ish kind of hop steps. You can swing that right hand 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. So you want to make sure that your feet are hip distance by this point. And with that last count, you're going to circle it, your hands around, and then push them out to the side. So it's going to be like 1, 2 to here. From here, you're then going to hop into this position. So you're basically hopping into like a side lunge here with your right leg. Right knee should be bent, and you should be facing right. With the hands, you can cross and then bring them out. So at this point, you should be something like this. So palm should be facing out. You don't have to straighten your arms that well, just kind of slightly bent. And then with this, you want to be low first, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, slowly coming up and sliding that left foot, but then kind of like 3 bounces here until you're kind of here. And then from there, you're basically going to pick up your left foot and stomp it down next to your right foot. With that, you can do a little snap with your right hand out to the right here. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From here, we're going to do kind of a 1, or we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, but with a little hop. So it's 1, 2, 3. So again, from here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. With that, you also want to make sure that you're still bringing your toes slightly in, and then bringing those heels forward. So think of it as still like a Charleston, but with a little hop. So 1, 2, 3, like that. So always starting with that left foot, just like that. With the hands, if I'm here, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. So elbows out, arms bent. Palm should be always facing towards the back, and you're just circling those fingers forward. So make an L and just circle them forward. So 1, 2, 3, like that. From there, then I'm going to step front with my right foot. I'm going to take then 1 really big step forward with my left and turn face right. So 1, 2. With that, you want to start with your butt out, and you're going to punch that left fist forward. From there, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, until you're circling that left arm forward in front of you towards the right here. So you really want to bring those hips forward. So you're going to do 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Right hand can just be kind of to the side here, just like this if you want to. From there, then you're going to do some few up downs. So we're going to go down on the right, up on the left, down right. So 1, 2, 3. And you really want to make sure that you're kind of still bending those knees, so not coming out super high. So with the arms now, on the first one, we're going to circle our right hand from the right to the left and down. So 1, 2. And the second one, we're going to do the same thing with the right hand, but now we're going to kind of bring that left arm back to the left here. So it's like 1, 2, and then on the third one, again, one more with the right hand, kind of here, but you can stop halfway if you want to. But with that, we're then going to bring our left arm out, really open that hand to the front. So together it's like 1, 2, 3 to here. So now with the up downs, so if I'm here, we're going to go 1 first. So from our up, so from our bend here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. So 3 of those. From there, then I'm going to hop left, right, like really quickly. So turning from facing the right here to now facing the left. Now with my left foot up, I want to lean forward, and I'm going to bring my hands like this. So if I'm here, you're going to bring your left hand in front of your right arm to the elbow. So you're going to look something like this. From there, I'm going to place my left foot behind myself, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So with the arm, right hand's going to go all the way around. So it's going to look something like that. With the left arm, you're just going to bring it back and kind of either just place it on your hip somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. But with that, you're basically turning in a circle to left. So I'm here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So leaning forward at first, and then keeping that arch back as you turn to face right. With that, you also want to do heel taps with your left foot. So again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. So once your hand is kind of like down in front of you about, you're going to go again back to the hopping Charleston. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more time, 1, 4 of these basically to here. From here then you're then going to hop. So you're facing front, knees bent, feet still hip distance. You're going to throw your right arm up and down. So 1, 2. So it's going to be like that movement, but it's going to be right, left, down. So 1, 2 to here. Then you're going to come up. So hop. So your feet are together, legs straight. Hands are going to be in front of your hips here, or you can be at the crotch, whichever one you want. So then from here, you're going to kind of start to raise your arms slowly like that. So you're going to be kind of like your muscle builder. So you're going to bend it so your arms come up kind of to the head. Bring those hands above the heads into a prayer position. And then you're going to do one bow forward, bringing your prayer hands to your right side here. And then slowly releasing them and sending them back behind yourself. And with that, you can slowly start to stand. So this is a bow, and then slowly stand up. So again, from here, it's going to be go big, or go home, slowly behind. So now let's review that part before we go on. So from our kind of freedom part, go big or go home, we're going to hop, arms above the head, hop down, and punch forward. From there to the right, to the left, and bring it together. From there, left, right, and 1, 2 to the lips. From there, place hop and push down and behind. 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and 1, 2, 3 heel taps. Step back onto that left foot. Big hop to the right, big hop to the left here with that right leg out. Bring it to the front, 1 and 2, down to here. Step back onto that left foot. Bring the right foot in, circle to the right, step right, left, and 2. So again here, right, 1, 2 to here. Place that right foot out, bring it in slowly, 1, 2 with the head, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From there, big hop, 1, 2, 3 bounces coming up, stomp, 1, 2, 3 of these, step forward with that right foot, and 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, 1, 2, 3, and 4, down to here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, coming to face right. Again, 1, 2, 3, step front, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop, face right, left, come down, up, 1, 2, prayer, come forward, and slowly bring those arms behind. So then from our last here, you can go immediately to, you can either go like really slowly down, or you can kind of cut it about halfway, and then we can go on to the next solo part. So what he's going to do is he's going to basically like flick his hand out like this. So we're going to first go to the left twice, so 1, 2, 1, 2, come to face front, close, cross, out. So something similar to what we did kind of in the intro. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. From there to the mouth, bring it out, and close. Same thing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same thing with 2 bows. From there, 1, 2, 3. And then at the pause, you're actually going to bring your pinky out with your left finger, and you're going to kiss it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, pinky, and then right, left, right, bringing that okay hand out. So same thing there. From there, same thing. Hop 1, 2, come up, and then look front. So with that, you can actually go 1, 2, up, and come down if you want to. And then we can cut it a little short and come to kind of like this one here. So again, it's just a slide to the left, circling left arm out first, and then right. So windmill arms. So 1, 2, 3 to here. So my toes are pointing to the left here. Hands are going to be on top of each other. Both palms should be facing down. Elbows should be facing out. Knees bent, and you want to kind of look down to your hands. So from here, the feet are really easy. It's basically bringing your right foot, toes to the front, and then to the left. Front, left, front, left, front, left. That's the foot. Now we're going to add the knee action. So what we're going to do is going to go 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. So on that first one, with the toes front, you want to kind of be legs straight. Bring it in, and then the second time, bend those knees. Again, it's just going to be pretty much like this that whole time. Now with the hands, it's a little weird. So I'm going to show you first, and then we'll add with feet. With this, you're going to be kind of close to your face, and then from there, you're going to raise your hand as you kind of raise your head. So looking down and then looking to your hand. And then from there, you're going to bring it out. And then from there, you're going to wait a little bit. Then you're going to kind of throw that left hand back and throw the right hand front. And with that, you want to make sure that your palm's kind of facing towards the ceiling. Wait here, and then again another kind of just sweeping that left arm and throwing to the back. And then really bring it up, so now your palm's facing front. So all together from here, it's like 1, 2, and then from there you're going to kind of circle your right hand up to your face. So with this whole part, your right hand should be a double finger handgun here. So with that to here, you're then going to throw like that. You're going to throw and bring your head down. You can also bring your left arm up if you want to. So now everything together. Again, if I'm here, we're going to go 1 and 2. So again with the hand. But now when we come down, we're going to put our arms down to the side. 1 and 2 and. So now we're going to change arms when we bend our knees. And then 1 and 2 and. Again with the bent knees. And then 1 and 2. Or sorry. After that last one then, you're going to do like one more. Maybe not. Actually, it should be just kind of like, you're going to do one more to here. And then you're going to come forward onto that right foot. You're going to bring your right hand again to your head and then throw. From there, then you're then going to look up and you can slowly like nod and circle your head to the front. So looking up to looking front here. And we can go 1, 2, 3 like that. So you want to make sure that your arms are coming out first, cross, and then out. So you can go like 1, 2, 3 if you really want to. You can go 1, 2, 3, whichever one you want really. So let's try that feat one more time. So again, from our slide to here, we're going to go 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and 5 and 6. Bring your front and throw. Bring the head up, circle, head, nod to the front, and then 1, 2, 3 to here. So again, just as clarification, after this last one, you're just going to stand and bring that right foot. So no more after that. So then after our kind of 1, 2, 3 here, I'm going to switch over to the next solo part. We're going to place our left foot in front and we're going to kneel onto our right knee. Make sure your right knee is kind of to the right here. You can place you're just going to keep your arms to the side here. And then from there, you're going to kind of abruptly bring that right arm out and down and then slowly bring it up about halfway here. So it's going to be like that. Also notice that I am kind of leaning to the right here. And then from there, we're going to go 1, 2. So with that right hand, we're going to bend it up, like we're kind of making a muscle here. And I'm going to lean to the left. And then same thing to the left with the left arm, but now leaning to the right. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2 to here. And then from there, you're going to kind of hop. So it's going to be like a stand hop. 1, 2, 3. So with that, you really want to shake those knees as you kind of do a little body wave up. With the arms, they're just going to be at your head here. So 1, 2 to here. From there, then you're going to take one slide back, step 1, 2. So again, from here, one slide back with that right foot, 2, 3, 4 to here. So again, from here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So with that, you can do a little release back and then come forward. So with this, you want to be slightly forward, not like super forward, but slightly. You're going to chop your right hand in the middle of your arm first. Then you're going to go left, middle, right. And with that, you also want to follow your head. Your head's going to follow your hand. And then we're going to go left, front, and then right with your head tilted to the right. So all together, if I'm here, down to here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this part is pretty quick, and then slow, slow, slow to here. So now let's review that part before we go on. So from our last go big or go home to here, You're going to go 1, 2, flex with that left hand, 1, 2, flex with the right hand, bring it forward, 1, 1, 2, to the mouth, and slowly out, and close. Same thing here, with the feet, out, and 1, 2 bows. From there, 1, 2, 3, and pinky. 1, 2, 3, bring those hands out. Little hops, left and right. Hop, 1, 2, bring the head up and down, and then circle the arms down to here. From there, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Come up to the front and throw. Look up and 1, 2, 3 nods, and 1, 2, 3 kind of shrugs here. Come down to the right knee. Right arm comes out, right arm bend, left arm bend, stand up, little body wave up here. From there, 1, 2, 3, left, middle, right, left, middle, right with the head tilt. So then from here, you're gonna hop down onto, again, that right knee, but now you wanna make sure your left leg is to the left. Body's kind of going to be facing to the front. You can place your left hand on your thigh here, or just kind of keep it to the side, whichever one. But you're then going to place your right hand to the left side here. With that, you're then going to do a circle around to the right until about here. So 1, 2, 3 to here. And then from there, you're going to basically extend that left leg. You're really going to lean to the left, really depend on that right hand here. And you're going to bring your left hand to your chest. Elbow should be facing out. So again, from here it's like 1, 2, and then 1. Bring it in. 1 more, and bring it in kind of halfway. So basically you're going to do 2 of these, and then bring it in, and then slowly circle back to the left here. Again, it just depends on which person you're following, but you're then going to go 1, 2, 3, and. So it's going to be a jerk, but slowly to the left, jerk, slowly to the right, and again, you want your hands like palms facing each other, but not like together, and really close to each other. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 jerk to left, and then come down. So of course it just depends on which person you're following. You might do a little different pattern, but that's pretty much what it is. You're going to wait here a few counts, and then you're going to kind of do like a little bounce and start to stand. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and hop. Same thing here, so 1 and 2, and hop down, 1, 2, 3, and then from there another go big or go home. Little freedom part, you can change up the arms if you want to. So now let's review that part before we go on. So from our 1, 2, 3 chopped here, come down to the right knee, circle that right hand to the right, open up, bring it in, open up, and bring it in halfway. Again, circle back to the left here. On your count, come up 1, 2, 3, come down. From there, a little wait, and then bounce. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go big or go home. So, second chorus is pretty much the same as the first one, except for maybe some like other majority parts, but overall you can pretty much do the same thing as you did in the first chorus, so I'm not going to go over that again. So also another little thing that's for the second chorus that's a little bit different from the first one is that instead of doing this, so instead of the heel taps, you're actually going to kind of walk to your spot. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, come down. That's really the only thing that's different. So moving on to the bridge, so after our go big or go home, everyone's gonna kind of do this and slowly bring their hand behind. And we're gonna kind of switch over a little bit to the kind of mini solo part. So from there, technically you like step forward with your left foot first, but I don't have that much room. So I'm gonna wait like a count or so. Then I'm gonna step front with my right foot. We're gonna go 1, 2, kind of like 2 taps with our left hand. So 1, 2, really bend that knee. So 1, 2, and then we're gonna go right. Right foot, 1, 2. Place that left foot in front. We're gonna kind of make a circle with our arms, right on top of left, and then switch. So all together it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's like really quick. And then from there you're going to kick your right leg front like that. And then you can go 1, 2. So all together it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, kick, and 1, 2. From there, a few counts to walking, a little cool down, and then from there you want to make sure kind of your feet are together, hands are down to your side for now. So now is kind of probably the hardest part of this dance, to be honest, so take it slow, keep practicing. So with this, we're first going to basically pick up our right foot. We're going to bring our hands up like we're doing the strong arm man. We're going to go 1, 2. So we're going to kick first to the front left corner, kick out to the front right corner. So it's like 1, 2. So it's like 1, 2. And then from there we're going to hop and bend my knees as I bring my head back and circle them down. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, and hit like that. So hit and come down. So you don't want to come down all the way, because then you're going to go 1 and. So it's going to be a left back, right back. Bring your hands like this. So left arm straight, right arm's bent. From there you're going to step to the left. You're going to bring both your hands in front of your face. They should be overlapped and palms should be facing towards you. So we're going to go to the left, step right, and bring hands to the front. So it's like 1, 2 to here. From there then you're going to hop onto your right foot, pick up that left foot, bring it behind, and you're going to kind of throw your arms down. So it's going to be like this, and then you go 1, 2. So 1 hop with the arms down, and then 1, 2, kind of throwing those arms slightly up. So 1, 2, like that. And then from there, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Like that. So we're going to step left from here, left, right, and then come down like that. From there then, you're then going to kind of shift over to that right knee here. So bend it, bring that right hand to your right hip. Left arm's just going to come down to the side. And then you're going to pick up your left foot and face that front left corner. With that, you're going to bring your left hand kind of higher than your right hand higher than your left thigh here. So then from there, I'm going to place my left foot down and I'm going to do a big hop. So really bend those knees, really get those toes to your butt. And with the arms, they're going to come back. So to really get them back, you really want to lean forward. Make sure your palms are facing out, away from you, like this. So altogether it's like that. From there then, you're then going to kind of step, slide to the left, and you can do a little head swerve here, with also the body kind of going towards the right. And then from there you're going to go 1, 2. So raise it twice. Palm should be facing down. From there, you're going to hop onto the right foot, kicking your left foot forward, and you're just going to throw across your arms in front. From there, I'm going to place my left foot to the left. I'm going to bring my arms like this. So left hand down, right hand up, and then you're going to switch your arms as you turn to actually face left. Really bend those knees. So again, from here, it's 1, 2. From there, I'm going to hop my feet together. I'm going to bring my hands kind of like this, elbows out. So again, hands on top of each other, palms facing towards you. Really lean forward, really bend those knees. And then you're going to come up. So altogether it's like 1, 2, like that. So from here, just bring those elbows in. And then from there, place that right foot behind, and then come front. So again, facing left, and then bring the hands to the front. So now let's go over that first part before we continue with the rest of it, because that was already a lot, trust me. So from our kind of walk here, again, we're going to kick to the left, to the right, hit, bring it down, right, left, right, bring the hands to the left and to the front. From there, hop, and 1, 2, hop, throwing those arms, left, right, come down. From there, go to the right, pick up that left foot, and hop. Slide to left, 1, 2, raising the hands, hop onto that right foot, 1, 2, elbows out, and come up with the hands. Place that right foot behind, and come front. From here then, we're then going to basically be doing kind of a little pattern. So I'm going to bring my left toe behind my right foot, bring my right heel forward, step out, switch, switch, and switch. So we're going to do 4 of those, so it's going to be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then with the hands, before we add the body, we're going to first go, if I'm here, we're first going to go here. So making kind of like a square with our elbow, with our arms here. Palm should be facing back. Then from there, you're going to switch your elbows, so now they're facing down, 2, and then 3 to here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then together. So just grabbing my left or my right fist with my left hand here above my head. Doesn't have to be straight, can be bent. So now adding the feet and the body, because it will make sense. So then from here, I'm going to go 1. So I really want to lean forward in this one. And 2, you're going to stand up. And 3, and 4. Like that. So all together, if I'm here, a little faster, it's going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From here, you're going to wait like maybe a half a count or something. Then you're going to hop onto your right foot, picking up that left foot. Make sure your foot is facing to the back. With that, I'm going to place my right hand on the left side of my head, so going up and over. And I'm going to push my left hand out to the side here. So it's going to be like 1, 2. And with that, you're just going to tilt your head twice to the right here. So it's going to be like 1, 2, like that. From there, you're then going to step left, right. So just kind of doing this, so palms up, just switching. So 1, 2, left, right. And then from there, you're going to again hop onto that right foot, picking up that left. And then we're going to go 1, 2. So 2 kicks front with the left foot and kind of just pointing back with our thumbs twice. So 1, 2. And with that, you really want to lean back. So again, 1, 2, and 1, 2 to here. So then from here, I'm going to hop, so my feet are hip distance, facing front. I'm going to bring my hands out to the left, or out to the right. Then I'm going to come down. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 1, and 2, like that. Then I'm going to hop and cross my right foot over my left. I'm going to turn to the left to face back. Again, my feet should be hip distance now. Arms can just be down to the side. I'm going to strike my right arm out and then make a strong arm. So it's going to look like this. And then from there, you're going to kind of hop turn, circle, whatever you want. You can go this way if you want to, but you want to keep that arm. But you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, kind of step tiers, and then 4. So on that 4th one, you're going to throw. So now let's just go over that second difficult part before we review it one more time. So from our last 1, 2, we're going to go down, come up left, right, left to here, hop 1, 2, head tilts, left, right with the hand switches, hop onto that right foot, kick 1, 2, hop 1 to the right, down to the left, hop cross, turn, strike that right arm out and strong arm, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, throw. So now let's review that whole part together. So now let's review that part before we move on. Again, this is a hard part, so just keep practicing. You'll get it. So, from our kind of left to here, again, wait, count if you want to, or just step with your left. 1, 2, 1, 2, kick, step, and hop. 1, 2. I believe it's like 8 counts of just kind of skip hopping to here. And now we get to the hard dance break part. So we're going to go kick left, right, hit, come to here, left, right, left, front. From there, hop, 1, 2, hop, left, right, left, go to the right, pick up that left foot, and hop. From there, slide to left, 1, 2, raise the arms, hop, kick to here, 1, 2, elbows out, and bring it in. Step back onto the right, and come front. From there, 1, 2, 3, 4, hop, 1, 2, left, right, hop, kick, twice. From there, hop, right, down to left, cross, turn, 1, 2 with the arm, 1, 2, 3, 4 skips with the throw. Okay, so now after our, let's say our walk and then throw here, you're then going to hop, so your feet are hip distance, knees are bent, you're going to punch out with both of your fists and you're going to look down. So after the throw, it's like 1, 2. From here, the feet pattern's pretty easy. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So turning out that right heel and then left heel. So at this point, you really want to make sure your knees are bent. So now with the hands, we're going to go 1, 2. So it's going to be 2 steps, and then from there, your next 2 steps, you're going to basically punch and then bring it in. So all together, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, same thing, 1, 2, but now you're going to throw for 2. So all together, a little faster, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then after our last one, you're going to hop back onto your right foot, picking up your left foot in front, and you're going to bring your right finger to your lip here. From there, I'm going to then step left, right, hop onto my right foot. So it's going to be left, right, and with that, you're just going to circle your right arm down into your lip. So 1, 2, and then from there, you're going to slide back with your left foot, bring that right finger out. So again, it's going to be something like that. From there, then you're then going to hop onto your right foot, picking up that left foot straight, and then throwing those arms. So with that, you also want to kind of start to turn to face that right front corner. So again, from here, it's going to be like 1, 2, like that. So then from our throw here, I'm going to step left, and then hop down onto my right. With that, I'm just going to extend my left arm to the left here, And with my right hand, I'm basically going to bring it in towards my stomach. So kind of like slicing at my stomach. With that, you also want to bend your left knee, pick up your right leg, and really bring it in. Also, leaning forward helps. So with that, you're going to go 1, you're going to go 1 and 2. So it's going to be a down onto the right, up left, down onto the right. So you're going to do that 2 times. So it's going to be 1 and 2, like that. From there, I'm going to place my left toe kind of cross in front of my right. I'm going to bring my right hand to my left hip, and then from there I'm going to bring my left toe out, turning out my left knee, and bringing my right arm into a strong arm to the right. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're basically going to do this twice, and you're going to do right and then left. And with that, you're kind of just always leaning to the right here. So with that, you can also turn your knees in just to add a little emphasis, but you don't have to. You can go like 1, 2 if you want to. And then from there, you're going to hop onto your left foot. You're going to bring your arms like this. Then you're going to kind of bring your right leg in front, along with your arms. So it should be vertical here. So 1, 2, place that right foot down, and throw, and turn. So in this point, I'm turning to left. So like that, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So that kind of part is the I need a diamond ring, like that. So with that, you want to kind of lean forward. You're going to stick out your right hand, kind of flop it forward, and you're going to bring your left arm across your face to kind of your right elbow here, and you're going to go 1, 2. So you're going to be 2 kind of diamond ring here, and then from there 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to here. So with that, again, leaning slightly forward, maybe not as much, but now you're going to make kind of like blinders with your hands. So palms should be facing towards each other, hands should be on either side of the head here. So then from our blinders part, the feet pattern is really similar. So first starting with the right, we're going to go right, left, right. So right's always going to be in front, right, back, left, right, front. Now we're going to switch left, right, left, like that. So now with the hands, notice that I am far back because you are going to travel a bit forward. So with the right side, we're going to go 1, 2. So we're going to go 1, crossing kind of our hands to either side, or just the thumbs here. So 1 and 2. So on the 2 part, you're going to bring your hands out like you're making L's. So palm should be facing forward. Remember this part, palm should be facing towards you. And then from there, we're going to go 1, 2. So you're going to basically do like a loco, like a crazy kind of circle, but then you're going to turn it into a thumbs up. So again, palm facing front, circling those fingers forward, and then with the thumb. Palm should be facing back at this point. So again, it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Also notice that I am leaning to each side as I'm doing this. From there then, I'm going to place my right foot in front. I'm going to cross my hands to opposite shoulders, then bring them out to the same shoulders. And then from there, I'm going to hop, basically hop and kick my right foot forward. With that, I'm going to throw my arms kind of in the middle of myself. So it's going to be something like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of just walking and then throwing. So with that walk, or you can kneel, whichever one, doesn't matter. Whichever side also doesn't matter as well. But you want to go right, left, and then throw, and then from there just kind of come to a very relaxed position. So this is going to be basically your ending pose. So again, you can face this way, you can face front, you can be on your knee, on either side, it doesn't matter. So now let's review that part before we end this tutorial. So from our last 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. To here, 1, 2 flicks, punch out, together. 1, 2 flicks, throw forward, and together. From there, hop back onto that right foot, left, right to the front, and slide back. Hop and throw those arms. Left, right, and 2, cross out, hop onto the left foot, bring that right foot in, place it down, and throw. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From there, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. From there, 1, 2 to the right, 1, 2 to left, cross out, hop kick, 1, 2, 3, 4 to your ending pose. Great job, guys. Give a hand to yourself because you learned this whole dance. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned all of this dance with me. That makes me really happy. And if you wish to review what you've learned in this part, you take a look down in the description box below. Anyways, I challenge you guys to better me because I know you can. Also, please do subscribe for more cool dance tutorials like this. If you haven't, that would be awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next dance. Happy dancing!